For accurate weather forecast and live news, subscribe to our Skymet Weather YouTube channel. Press the bell icon and do not miss on any of our weather news.
Welcome to Skymet. This is the National Weather Bulletin. Forecast for the next 24 hours commencing 6th of January morning. Normally around this time the weather activity remains confined to the northern parts in association with the western disturbance, but it's not the case. So there's a plenty of weather activity over the central parts, over the southern parts and also northern parts of the country. The only benign conditions they lie over east and northeast India. We have a look at the first satellite imagery. What is causing this widespread weather activity? We see the rain and snow is there over the hills, prolonged spell, last 3 days, not at all ceasing even now and could be continuing for the next about another 48 hours. The plains, plenty of rainfall including parts of Rajasthan where normally you have very light rainfall activity. The central parts, look at this wide band of clouds running across Konkan region, central parts of Maharashtra and then Madhya Pradesh further to Uttar Pradesh. This has given unseasonal rainfall at many places. The clouds which were hanging around short of Tamil Nadu coast now reached already. There has been very heavy rainfall over Tamil Nadu. Minambakkam has recorded more than 100 millimeter of rainfall in just about 6 hours. Actually, in this month of January, it's a record rainfall already in the first about 5-6 days itself, beating records of 2 decades. Since 2000, this will be the heaviest rainfall in the month of January for Chennai. The other places also, they are in coastal parts of Tamil Nadu. Heavy rainfall expected for the next about 48 hours or so. We have a look at the weather features. Multiple weather systems are there affecting weather over different parts of the country. To start with, we have a look at the northern parts. As I mentioned, this is the western disturbance which is still hanging around, moving very slowly. This is the third day of continuous significant weather activity over the hills across Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh and Himachal and Uttarakhand. A lot of places having heavy rainfall, particularly it was for Kashmir Valley. The cyclonic circulation over parts of Rajasthan, joining these two is a trough which is causing a lot of weather. Third successive day, even for the plains, also having some hailstorm activity at some places, but otherwise there have been a fairly widespread rainfall over Punjab, Haryana, Delhi region and covering parts of Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh also. In Rajasthan, Alwar, Ajmer, Kota has had heavy rainfall to the tune of almost about 40 millimeter in 24 hours or so. And so is the case even with parts of West Uttar Pradesh. Meerut had good amount of showers, and then this is trickling down further now. The trough is extending southward from these systems, and another trough with the cyclonic circulation over parts of North Madhya Maharashtra is extending up to coastal Karnataka. Anticyclone has been pushed to far to the east, and then that is how the convergence of this to that is anticyclone, and this is causing this unseasonal weather activity. Already there has been rainfall over Nagpur, Akola, Amravati, Aurangabad, Pune, Sangli, Satara, Kolhapur, Sholapur, and this is going to continue in these 24 hours also. Could be some hailstorm also at some places over parts of Maharashtra. Mumbai also is coming in for some rain in the coming days as such. The southern parts, the cloud which I mentioned earlier in the satellite picture, there is a trough running across Tamil Nadu. This is the rush of the easterlies, stream of easterlies thronging the coastal parts of Tamil Nadu and causing this heavy rainfall activity. This is going to last for 48 hours or so. That's on 6th and possibly residual effect of this on 7th also. The parts of Kerala adjoining south interior Karnataka will have some moderate shower, including parts of Kochi, Trivandrum and interiors of Tamil Nadu, Madurai, Tanjavur, and these parts will have moderate rain and thunder shower activity. The only untouched places will be east and northeast India, not much of weather activity. There is a cyclonic circulation, but it's more or less a dry cyclonic circulation over parts of Bangladesh and adjoining region, and parts of Arunachal possibly will have some isolated light rainfall activity. Most other parts are generally going to remain dry. For the northern parts particularly, a special caution is extended because this is the third day of snowfall for the hills. It is going to extend for another 48 hours. So this heavy snowfall invariably leads to a threat of avalanches, because this heavy snowfall, the snow keeps piling up and then the weight keeps on increasing and it collapses under its own weight itself. So there is a threat of avalanches after the cessation of this activity in the mid and higher reaches of Jammu Kashmir. Even for that matter, I will say parts of Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh also need to exercise a lot of caution to avoid this threat. Take all precautions. This is the weather brief from Skymet. Keep watching for latest and further information. Thank you.
Keep your family healthy by downloading Skymet AQI app and tracking air pollution of your location in real time.